Well, the Nets have been swept. Here we are with another video talking about the dismantling of this Brooklyn Nets team and just the embarrassment that they have went through the past 4 games with the Boston Celtics. They lost every single game. Every game seemed close when you look at the final box score, but in reality, it really wasn't that close. Boston is one of the, if not the best defensive team in the league, and they showed their stuff with the Brooklyn Nets. And I'm a firm believer in a team like the Nets. If you can take out one of their players, you can essentially win a lot of the games. And when you're looking at the Brooklyn Nets, you have basically 2 guys. You have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Sure, you have Seth Curry. Joe Harris wasn't, he was out. So who are you really going to depend on outside of Curry, outside of Irving and Durant? I know Bruce Brown had some pretty good games, but overall, it's just those 2 guys. And if you could take out one of them, you're probably going to win the game. So, and that's what happened. Now, I'm under the belief that I think if you look at the Nets, I think you should ship Kyrie Irving out. He's up for a new contract or opting out, or I forget the actual terms, but I know he's looking for a new contract. And if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I'm not giving this guy a long-term deal. I believe Stephen A. said it earlier today or yesterday that you can't trust Kyrie Irving. You can't give him a long-term deal because who knows if he's going to play. He was a part-time player this year because of the vaccination status and all that stuff, and now it costs you the playoffs to get blown out, to get swept in the first round. It would be different if you were in the conference finals or the second round and you just lose and things just don't happen your way, but you get swept in the first round. So, do they think that they can have someone like Kyrie Irving for the next couple of years? And do you think he's really going to play a high percentage of the games? I'm going to say, heck no. I'm going to say you need to build around Kevin Durant, get rid of Kyrie's salary, and really focus on getting actual basketball players that can actually contribute to a team. I don't want to hear nothing about Ben Simmons with all of that stuff. That guy is the biggest scam artist, the biggest con artist in the NBA currently today. I think in the history of the entire game. It's unreal. And people keep giving him excuses about his back, mental health, blah, blah, blah. It is a bunch of bull. And I'm sure a lot of you guys believe it. I'm a Sixers fan. I have watched this day in and day out. It is unbelievable with this guy. So if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm saying 2 things. 1, get rid of Ben Simmons. And 2, possibly think about getting rid of Kyrie Irving. But it has been proven this year and in these playoffs and in these 4 games that you can't just rely on Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Because if you take one of them out, you're going to lose the games. And that's what they did. Boston being a defensive team. Even when Tatum fouled out and there was, I believe, 2.5 minutes left, you still couldn't get the lead. You still couldn't get a handle on the game. That says something to the defensive team of Boston Celtics, making the Nets uncomfortable and where they couldn't make those necessary shots and just control the tempo of the game. Even with Tatum fouling out, literally was not on the floor, and you couldn't win the game. And you only need 1 game, because then you can try and use that to build some momentum and keep going, but it did not work. You just couldn't do it. So if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, take a little bit of pressure off of Steve Nash, because you walked into not a golden opportunity, if you know what I'm saying, not the greatest set of circumstances, and you had a part-time guy making full-time money. Then you got Ben Simmons, who knows what he's doing with a back injury, neck injury, head injury, toe injury, whatever the case may be. But you had KD, who has been there. So I think you need to get rid of those 2 guys and really focus on building a culture, building a team, building something around Kevin Durant. That's going to be the X factor in how the team does in the next couple seasons. Honestly, it's going to be Kevin Durant. Yes, it's so easy to say, get rid of this player, get rid of that player, but they really need to do it. I mean, KD gave up the sweetest spot in the whole league with Golden State. And then Kyrie gave up LeBron. These 2 guys think they could have done it by themselves, and it turns out that they can't. So if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I'm making a lot of changes. What do you guys think about this? Let us know in the comments section below. What moves do you think the Nets should make going forward with their coaching, with the players? And we'll see you guys next time.